Mr. Choksey, good morning and thanks so much for joining us. Can you tell us what the growth could look like for the company over the next, say, 2 to 3 quarters, considering that the government has, sort of been steadfastly pushing this sector?
I think the growth trajectory would certainly be better than what we have seen in the past. I can't exactly quantify the number because post-budget there has been a lot of activity and positive sentiments prevailing amongst the private developers especially. The state governments probably will move at their own pace and that will further supplement the supply situation. Demand already is there, pent-up demand. The interest subsidy is one more attraction, which would induce customers to, opt for the purchase of the property. Interest rates have been down, and I think there is a very conducive environment, in my opinion, for a buyer of the property.
So what is your sense, Mr. Choksey, in terms of the rate of growth of home loans? What has been the trend of the last 3 years, and how much might be the next 2 years, FY 18 and 19?
See, if you look at Gruh in particular, because we have been primarily focusing on a pure home loan business, we have not much indulged into the LAP business the way other players have done. And therefore, if I go by our loan asset growth, I think, which has declined over the last 2 to 3 years. The year which we concluded, the loan asset growth was 19%. Going forward, I think in the next 3 to 5 years, I think it should be on a rising trend. Certainly, the way the opportunity has opened up.
No, I wantonly didn't take Gruh as an example because you all are a well-run business. That's why I was asking you for the industry. What's been the home loan growth? Home loan growth, not really LAP growth. And, because of affordable housing, what kind of a quantum leap? How many more percentage points?
See, I think one must know that, the supply situation, environment is right, but the supply is not going to just overnight, made available. The projects, the land will have to be identified, projects approval will have to be taken, and the construction time is there. So I think, it will take over 18 to 24 months, and therefore the growth would gradually, take the momentum. It is not going to happen, just in a year time or in 2 or 3 quarters time.
Okay. Mr. Choksey, you've been scaling back on your loans against property book. Disbursements, in fact, in the prior quarter were down nearly 58% for your LAP book. What is the total, book size of LAP, if you could tell us that? Will you scale it down further? And is the industry also, following the same, scaling back on this riskier product?
I do not know about within the industry how each of the player wants to do, because few of the results which have come of the HFCs, I still see that they have pushed the LAP significantly higher compared to the previous year's disbursements. Even on the composition of outstanding loan asset, their LAP constitutes almost close to 20-25% of their portfolio. The pure home loan business is anywhere in the vicinity of 70%. In our case, we have tried to restrain it to the 10 to 11% of our total loan assets, and we will try to maintain this composition. And our pure home loan business will continue to be in the vicinity of 80 to 85%.
So, you're being heard, of course, by a large part of India Inc., who also tune in, at this hour to our channel, but also by a lot of investors. Now, if you're saying that this home loan machine, affordable housing machine, really kicks off into the housing finance industry only after 18 or 24 months. But the market is betting big on everybody, real estate, housing, accessory companies, like ceramics and cement. It's betting big on housing, real estate, housing finance as well. When would you back and which sector?
Lata, the whole housing issue is going to happen, gradually. We should know within our country, the things can't move as fast as, we expect, especially when it comes to the land and the construction permission from the government. And therefore, I don't see anything, major momentum or any great steep, increase, at least not earlier than 18, 19.
Okay. Just one final question. You know, a lot of people are expecting the NPLs in the housing finance sector to go up with the onset of RERA, because those those norms are very onerous for the sector as a whole. Do you think that's a bit of a concern in the near term?
No, I don't think, RERA should not cause, any pressure on the quality of the credit loans. But yes, because of the demand situation, if the players compromise on the quality of underwriting the loans, there could be the problem.
Okay.
Or anything to go wrong with the economy or in the income of the families or things like that. Other than that, my experience of the last 20 years is that generally, if you have done your proper credit assessment and underwriting norms are not violated, you should not have a problem on the quality of
This has been, of course, the more secure of all the finance portfolios. Thank you very much, Mr. Choksey, for